This video is sponsored by
We're going to be watching Debunking Red Pill TikToks by a friend of the show, Noah Sampson, his new banger.
Ren. Hello everyone, welcome back to google.com/youtube.com's best website, my channel, the Noah Sampson channel. I'm here filming at a historical site. It's the Yellow Brick Wall. They took the Yellow Brick Road and they could have sort of flipped it in a direction to make it a wall in solidarity with Berlin. It's all fun and games till they flip your shit up. You read the title correctly. Red Pill TikToks. That's what we're looking at today, everybody. You might be asking, Noah, how did you come up with such a groundbreaking and original piece of investigative journalism on a topic no one's ever talked about on YouTube? Alpha Male Podcast. How did you even dig up this type of crap? What are you, some kind of journalist freak? And, well, that's a great question, dear viewer. I got this idea by searching Red Pill on TikTok and clicking on the first 10 videos. I did this because, to be honest, I need to post a video for a sponsor, and my psyche is tethered to the machinations of capitalism. I just can't say no. I'm a bad person, okay? But so are the guys that we're looking at today. They're bad and they're weird, and that's okay, because we get to make fun of them, and it's a fun goof time.
Girls are gonna have sex with any guy they want to.
You're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
Women simply just don't care.
Care too much about the bitch.
The fuck?
For some reason, half of these videos start with workout footage with a text overlay. This one says, the cold reality men need to accept when dating a woman. And this guy is doing seated dumbbell shoulder presses. His form looks fine. It looks good. Great job, man. But cold reality, let's hear it. I'm ready for this splash of ice. Harden my nips up, Mr. Red Pill man. They're gonna be so hard, they're gonna turn into their own little pill-shaped nipples. The nip pill. The nipple. Nip-hell. Thank you for your time. For spending it with me. They pay me to do this.
When they're fucking fake socialist wearing an arthritis or arctics or however the fuck you say it jacket, dude. Yeah. Cancel this man. Fucked up.
Rapture comes. Don't say we didn't deserve it, okay? YouTubers are real. We exist.
Two things. If you getting with a chick and y'all in a relationship, if she cannot submit to you and the things that you want her to do, she's not for you.
You know what? Why don't we just let's do the sponsor thing now. I'm gonna do the ad read so we can have a breather because it's
Skipping it.
100 people to sign up using the link in the description will get 10 extra trees planted in their name. Your name, like anime. Alright, thank you, Ren. Now let's get back into some pain and suffering.
If she cannot submit to you and the things that you want her to do, she's not for you.
Submission. So that's setting up a bit of a sort of, shall we call it, an unhealthy relationship dynamic. Submission requires an imbalance of power or a restriction of agency of one party, and that's not great. You know, we don't love to see that. Setting up a relationship on an uneven, coercive foundation. Nah. But let's hear him out. Let's see where he goes with this. I'm sure it'll be totally fine.
Example number one. If you tell her, if you want to make this more exclusive, baby girl, no male friends. No male friends mean no big bro, no best friend.
Fellas, if your girlfriend has an older brother and she's talking to her older brother, she's cheating on you. That's right, dude. No brothers allowed, dude. I love this. I did not realize that you could be this fucking insecure. Like, I did not realize that you are physically capable of hitting this level of insecurity. I respect that.
No Tommy, no Jerry, none of it.
No Tommy, no Jerry. Tom and Jerry. You're talking about the animated cartoon Tom and Jerry? Did your girlfriend leave you for Tom and Jerry? Did you walk in on your ex masturbating to the Warner Brothers cartoon of a rival cat and mouse? Honestly, join the club. Okay? Countless marriages have been ruined by that one single clip of Tom the cat smoking that fat sinky joint with a pistol, and at some point you're just gonna have to come to terms with that and move on, okay? Lord knows I've had to do that. Those critters have sent me to the divorce courts 4 separate times. Yeah, I haven't told you guys, but I'm a quadruple divorcee, and yeah, I'm still a bad bitch. You don't see me moping around in the MGTOW forums because of it. That's just life, baby.
No Tommy, no Jerry. If she doesn't comply with that energy, she's for the streets.
I love that. I fucking love that, dude. I love letting these dudes do their own thing because they make such profound content. Like, how are you going to arrive in that endless fucking need to try to, like, one up other content creators? Dudes will literally arrive at some of the most insane fucking conclusions, and this is one of them, and I really respect it.
She's not for you. Either she can be for you or she can be for the streets. It's all depending on who she is inside, what her DNA is going to tell her.
My DNA told me to have sex with an animated mouse because he dropped an anvil on his best friend's head. Evolutionary biology 101, baby. Creation is destroyed with this one simple truth. Okay, but obviously there's some problematic stuff going on here, so why don't we take a second to engage and break it down for any resident red pillars or black pillars in the audience. The issue with this guy's prescriptions here is that he's advocating for incredibly controlling behavior founded on insecurities. Now, are there situations where male friends try and end up swooping in on a relationship, and are concerns about infidelity with male friends sometimes valid? Yeah, of course they are. We can acknowledge that this is something that happens without making blanket statements about the lingering potential infidelity of every single woman on earth, and without setting up double standards about which partner ought to have license in the relationship to banish the other person's friendships into the shadow realm for fear that they just cannot control their sexual desires. What I hear when I hear him say this is, I was hurt in the past and now I'm projecting it onto my audience. I also hear, because of the pain from the past and my inability or unwillingness to come to terms with it, I do not trust women enough to be able to evaluate their own relationships with other people and how they might conflict with our own. And I think all the men watching me should also think like that if they don't already. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, man, this guy should just go to therapy. Go to therapy. And you would not be wrong to think that. I happen to agree. But what I've also seen lately is how telling men or men like this to just go to therapy, that can be counterproductive. They're usually not receptive to that because statements like that are just kind of played out, I guess. Again, they're true objectively, but just comes off as like a default response, right? Little dismissive, little condescending, not to mention the accessibility portion of therapy, how it's expensive, how it might not be available in wherever people are at. So my healthy boys only solution here is to just try to communicate with your partner. If you have insecurities or suspicions about the motivations of someone in your partner's life, it can't hurt to just talk to them about that. It's definitely not an easy thing to do, but bottling up your feelings and not talking about them can only make things worse, especially if that results in you.
Never talk to your partner. Never communicate. Fellas, it's gay to talk to women. And also bad. Okay? Yeah, just wanted to specify that a gay equals bad in this argument that I'm making.
You taking it out on someone that doesn't deserve it, I feel like that's like fairly common. And if in the case that you do end up getting cheated on, that's really fucked up. But the truth is, sometimes people just cheat on people and it's fucked up. And you can't use those individual instances to just like paint an entire gender as being inherently biologically predisposed to acting sus, you know? Because if we did that for everyone, then every gender on the planet would be permanently branded as cheaters. And as we all know, once a cheater, always a cheater. So then everyone, everything, everywhere, all the time is everyone cheating and sucking and fucking, and it just becomes a mess, and the earth is a hellhole even more than it already is. Okay, healthy boys rant over. Let's finish this clip.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, fellas. Some women just can't give up the male attention. No, some women just can't give up the big bro because the big bro imprinted her.
What? Sorry, what did he say? He said imprinted? Is that what I think? Does he mean like we're... Man. Okay. I hate writing out just like a long, heartfelt message about how like empathizing with someone's like opinions and then they turn out to be an absolute hobgoblin.
The big bro imprinted her.
Life is pain. Let's just move on.
Never talk about these three things when with a woman. Your shortcomings in life. The reason being, women simply just don't care. They will just happily wait.
Dude, is there a fucking red pill video out there that isn't just one gigantic self-report? Dude, literally every fucking relationship is supposed to be based around mutual respect. Okay? It's a partnership. Okay? It is a partnership. You are supposed to respect one another. If you do not respect your partner, you are not going to have a healthy relationship. Homie is so deeply insecure about his situation that he's telling you that, like, women, as a self-report most likely, because of probably his insecurities or because of his own personal experiences with, like, one bad relationship, if he actually had one, he is claiming that you should not tell your partner about your issues. Why the fuck are you in a relationship then? What the fuck is that about?
At the finish line, and whoever is the winner gets to go.
Oh my god, I hate this. I hate it so much. I really hate it. Dude, stop projecting onto your audiences from your past bad experiences with women. Challenge, difficulty level, impossible, difficulty level, legendary, through the fire and flames on expert, round 99, Nocturne Toten type beat. Yeah! Sometimes you throw in cultural references to get comments and engagements and you say, thank you. Thank you so much. To society.
Women don't necessarily appreciate the journey we may have had to take to get to where we are. And this is because women expect us to be the backbone and to be strong.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm on my empathy arc. Let me just briefly engage with the marketplace of ideas on this one. I'll make it quick. It is absolutely true that society, which does include women, by the way, based society holds expectations of men to be strong and to be the backbone and to keep our emotions and insecurities inside. Many men feel this way. Like, for example, this dude here. And many women also feel this way or implicitly reinforce it in their actions. It's actually a construction of the, red pillars, cover your ears, the patriarchy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
That we should all be fighting to dismantle. In Bell Hooks, The Will to Change, Men, Masculinity, and Love, she addresses how this social construction affects all of us, writing, yeah, we're on bread tube mode, baby, including written citations and crap. The reality is that men are hurting, and that the whole culture responds to them by saying, please do not tell us what you feel. If we cannot heal what we cannot feel, by supporting patriarchal culture that socializes men to deny feelings, we doom them to live in states of emotional numbness. We construct a culture where male pain can have no voice, where male hurt cannot be named or healed. Just like a brief interjection from me, not Bell Hooks. There's a reason why basically the most mainstream and popular place where masculinity and stuff is being discussed is in the manosphere. And that's really bad because there's a lot of bad stuff going on over there, you know? So I'm glad there's a lot of good content coming out, like critiquing it and being specific, because maybe there's a new niche of content that we can all start up, which is cool guys being dudes. All right, back to the hooks. It is not just men who do not take their pain seriously. Most women do not want to deal with male pain if it interferes with the satisfaction of female desire. When feminist movements led to men's liberation, including male exploration of feelings, some women mocked male emotional expression with the same disgust and contempt as sexist men, despite all the expressed feminist longing for men of feeling. When men work to get in touch with feelings, no one really wants.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Women that fucking ride or die for the patriarchy are some of its most loyal fucking soldiers. I mean, not to be the based misogynist here once again, but like it kind of is true. You literally, I mean, look, dude. Here's a great example of this, okay, for those of you who don't know. The media presents the abortion issue oftentimes as one where men are controlling women's bodies. And that is true because because Congress is overwhelmingly men, right? White men specifically. So you think, oh man, Congress is the one making the decisions. That's certainly true. However, if you look at the street level, the overwhelming majority of anti-abortion activists are women. 60% of the anti-abortion activists are literally just conservative women. Straight up. Women fucking ride or die for the patriarchy, like chatters who ride or die for the top of the hour ad break. Okay? Live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live by the top of the hour ad break, you die by it. But fear not, there is a way to maybe not abolish the patriarchy, but abolish the top of the hour ad break's impact on your life. Which is by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime, or by getting gifted a sub like one from Edgar or SMax10, who just gifted 10. Thank you. That is one way to avoid the ads at the top of the hour every hour. Here's the 1 minute ad break now.
wanted to reward them. So super long ass quote, but I feel like it's pretty relevant to the notion that men are expected to deal with their problems in a certain way that keeps it all inside, you know? And so,
But men get blamed, lol? No, because men are still, of course, like I mentioned, overwhelmingly men are the people in Congress that are passing this legislation, or in positions of power that are creating hurdles for women to stop women from getting abortions.
so we can acknowledge all of this while also being absolutely clear that it's not good. It's not a good
Celery, thank you for the
situation
10 gift
that we
subs.
just went over. And so operating within this system,
Sonny Chrisa, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Why are men so fucking fragile, bro? Chill, dude. Be a man, okay? Stop being a fucking little baby. Stop being a pussy. Be a fucking man, okay? God damn. It's so like, yeah, forgive me for using like, old school reinforced gender norms or whatever, but like be a fucking man, okay? Stop fucking bitching and complaining and crying about every little thing. Oh my God, I'm so upset. Men are getting blamed. I'm sure that person wasn't that serious about the subject matter overall. Tyler 4GR, thank you for the take of the subs. But it is something that you see, these fucking manosphere dickheads all the time crying about fucking how women are and how society is organized in a way where like the sexual marketplace is hurting them. It's like, be a man. Simple solution, okay? Be a man, bitch. Maybe grow up instead of be a man. No, I like saying that. I'm gonna keep saying that. Sack up, nut up, or shut up, dude. Fuck. Cannabis Majoris, thank you for the 5 get the subs. Worst angle for this take? What do you mean? I don't understand.
system based on the norms of the
You know what he means, lol? No, I actually don't know what he means.
system that should not be encouraged. We should try to unlearn these notions and fight against them. And one way for men to do this is to be more open to the idea of talking about and sharing their feelings and insecurities. That's why it's so frustrating to see messages like the one that this dude is putting out.
You guys saying be a man? This is basically fighting fire with fire. Yeah. I'm a bad person. I'm a misogynistic person, and I'm hypocritical. Welcome to my broadcast. Always. I thought you knew that already. That's why I'm a more effective speaker than you, because they will never listen to you. Sorry, it's just the truth. No fucking red-pilled weirdo is ever going to listen to someone who's like, wow, I can't believe you used that. You're currently recontextualizing a male-centered language that is a product of the patriarchy while seeking to dismantle it supposedly. You're hypocritical. Shut up. You're a fucking nerd. You read too many books. No one is going to listen to you. No normal person is going to be like, wow, that person is bringing up a profound point of view. The only people that say that are already people that are on your side. Okay? You know what I mean? No one is going to be like, the only people that will say, wow, you're so brave for that take are people that are in your fucking gender studies class, the male feminists that want to fuck you, okay? And that's why they're acting like they believe what you're saying.
Gain so much traction.
Never talk about these 3 things when with a woman.
Because despite being presented as advice, it's just actively harming both men and women. So the moral of the story is that patriarchy is bad. Misogyny's cringe, yo. Get it out. Get rid of it. If anyone wants to figure out how to do this, DM me. Ladies, DM me. Don't do that, please. They're closed. The DMs are closed. Well, that's about enough virtue signaling for today. I think I'm gonna kick my feet up and retire to my study. Alright, that's all the empathy that I have left in my body. Goof off mode activated.
Gossiping or talking badly about other people. Doing this is just simply insecure, and girls will try to get this out of you. But instead, if she talks about another guy, compliment him and say how cool he is. Doing this—
Dude, that's so funny. It's like this dude is accidentally arriving at being a nice person. I love that. Like, homie's out here being like fake being a nice person. Don't be a meanie. That's cool. Like, arriving at confidence by faking it is fucking dope. Sick.
this, rather than talking badly, will show high self-esteem.
This is such strange advice because it's like, yeah, don't just like gossip about someone because you think someone wants you to gossip with them. But also, if someone's being an asshole, you should be allowed to be like, yeah, that guy's being an asshole, kind of. Babe, in history class, we're learning all about World War II, and I gotta say, that Hitler guy, he was a real piece of work. You know, honestly, I don't fuck with your toxic energy, okay? That guy...
Men are encouraged to not express fear with the phrase man up. Don't be a puss. It's not okay. Fear is a genuine human emotion, not emasculating. Yeah, but I'm not talking about fear in that situation. I'm talking about taking accountability. We weren't talking about being fearful. We were talking about taking accountability. I guess you're thinking like accountability. A fear of accountability is what you're referencing. Okay? Stop trying to look deeper into it. I wasn't even fucking talking all that seriously about what I said. Please. You're saying be a man and take some responsibility for your actions and decisions in life. That's not bad. How about that's not how being a man needs to be defined? Yeah.
He made some good art. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bruh. 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 Bruh.
Accountability isn't related to one gender. No one thinks that, dude. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I decided I think that. Women take no accountability unless it's about shopping because women be shopping. Shut the fuck up. 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 Shut your fucking stupid mouth. Shut your stupid fucking mouth. Nerds.
Bruh.
And finally, never talk about serious and controversial topics. It steals away from the fun and playful vibe. Never let this happen. Always keep it light and fun.
Yeah, this restaurant sounds nice, and 6 o'clock works for me. But I just want to ask, are you vaccinated? Why are you asking me that? That's kind of like private medical information. This private medical information. I mean, I'm immunocompromised, so it's like especially relevant to me. But in your second Tinder photo, you have like a neck tattoo showing. It's a Barstool Sports neck tattoo. So I'm just assuming that you're not. Ugh, why does everything have to be so political these days? You're killing the light and fluffy vibe. Just relax, lady, okay? And I'll see you at Arby's at 6 o'clock.
Basically, girls will have sex with any guy they want to. Guys have sex with who they can.
I mean, maybe, yeah. True for this homie, I think. It is literally talking about how incels are just men who have been told be a man, though, and don't have any other sphere to get sympathy than other than the manosphere. That's why you're fighting fire with fire. Yes. As sympathetic as I am to incels, and oftentimes I am, there is a level of fucking inceldom that I don't go beyond. And that is when they are completely fucking black-pilled and refuse to see the world in any way beyond the way that they want to feel comfortable with, which is a biologically predetermined society where they just cannot ever work against their bioessentialist predetermined destinies. Please stop trying to stunlock me, okay? Please stop trying to stunlock me. Try to not stunlock the streamer challenge. Impossible difficulty.
But in the long run, men are going to marry who they want to. Women are going to marry who they can.
Ooh, that's a fucking bar.
You feel me?
Oh my god, you could tell he was really struggling to make it all the way through that like metaphor parable thing. Girls are going to have sex with who they want to. Guys, on the other hand, they're gonna have sex with who they get married, who they wish, who they can. So okay, you can't, you won't, and these guys are what you'd get if you injected Tweedledee and Tweedledum with Polo Ralph Lauren cologne and Nissan GTR brake fluid, and that's okay. It's okay. It is what it is.
Ooh, that's a fucking bar.
If the person that's agreeing with your opinion happens to be drinking a Gold 4 Loko and wearing a no jumper t-shirt while podcasting, you might want to double check to make sure you're not saying some dumb weirdo shit.
That's like common knowledge in the grown men realm. Like they call it the red pill, right?
The grown men realm? Oh my god, is that what the manosphere is? My YouTube algorithm after I watch 15 seconds of a Jordan Peterson room cleaning tutorial.
I hereby banish you to the grown men realm. Suffer for eternity.
The idea being put forth here can just be easily disproved by saying there are plenty of counterexamples to these generalizations. Thank you and good night. Many men are not able to marry who they want to, and many women are. And the same goes with the sex thing, right? But also the more important question to ask is like, who does this type of thinking actually help? Like, what purpose does it serve, you know? The only real world outcome of this kind of like dumb bro science framing, sorry, I mean this reality of the dating market and what's all this seeing how deep the rabbit hole goes into the red pill. Ooh, it's so cool. Oh, so cool. All this does is like make dudes vindictive and condescending towards women who are over the age of 30 or whatever, and also making women who like are having legitimate struggles in the hookup world just feel like shit about themselves.
When you bring that up in front of a female who's...
That's the funniest part about it, is that like this is what happens when you have never fucking been around a woman. If you've never been around a woman, your automatic assumption is, as an observer from the other side, oftentimes a very negative opinion you have, right? You just assume that they can like fuck whoever they want, bro. Like that's such... Like, I think the last time I thought that was when I was, like, fucking 13. You know what I mean? Like, there was a point in my life when I thought that was real, right? Like, that's something that, like, probably most guys talk to their other fucking fellow guys about, where they're like, damn, bro, like, chicks, like, they're so lucky, dude. It's like, bro, you're 13. What the fuck do you know about chicks? It's just such a baby-brained way to operate on the planet. It's stupid. It's not the case. It's not true. Ladies can fuck Brad Pitt right now if they wanted to. Yeah. It's just, talk to a woman, man. Women have a set of standards, expectations, opinions, lives, dreams that are not all that different from men, ultimately. And some of those goals revolve around like wanting to fuck someone and failing to do so. It just happens. I don't think that's like exclusive to men.
Either in her prime or a little bit past her prime. They get mad when we bring that up, but it's true.
Low-key cuck vibes, bro. Yeah, I'm fucking cucked, dude. So cucked, because I said women also get rejected. Like when I rejected your mom last night, boom, roasted.
Ooh, that's a fucking...
Wow, this is so useful and helpful. Thank you so much, boys. I'm glad you started a podcast. The world is better off with that being a thing that exists. Again with the workout footage intro, I love it. It's so good. So good. They look good. I like the idea that this guy isn't actually ripped. He's just sending an extremely urgent or angry text, and that's why his arms look like that. Like he's vice gripping his phone. Like a temporary Captain America iMessage effect. I don't know. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Get your bread right, G. Work on your physique. Sharpen your mind. That's the most important thing, because your mind is not in the right place. It's in the wrong place. It's you're too emotional. You care too much.
I do care too much. It's my toxic trait. I'm too loving and too empathetic. I'm an empath. Okay, what can I say? I can't do anything about this. I'm empathetic and caring, but like in a hot and sexy villainous kind of way. Like, ooh, shut the fuck up.
That's why I made that video 2 years ago screaming at you niggas talking about you care too much about the bitch.
God damn it. Okay, so this is what every red pill thing is like, okay? It's like, starts off with some perfectly generic advice. Go to the gym, get some financial resources so you can live a little more freely, focus on a hobby. And then it ends with some heartbroken goofball biting his lip and telling you to just like dominate your partner and make them submit.
You care too much about the bitch.
Always keep yourself in an emotionally offensive position in your relationships. It's good, just in case.
There's nothing wrong with caring about a woman. There's nothing wrong with liking a woman. You
just can't care as much more than her.
With that music, it just makes it so perfect. He's just sad, bro. Someone hurt him.
She has to care more than you care.
Wow, fuck. It's profound, dude. But just a quick question. How do I figure out how much she cares? Is it like a scale of 1 to 10 sort of thing? Should I just ask her and then compare her number with mine, sort of figure it out from there? Or do I just act like I don't care, even if I do, so I can make her think I don't? So then she's worried about if I'm gonna leave her, and it's like, oh, I got that over you. Ooh. And that way she'll fall in line and comply with my demands due to this manufactured insecurity? Is that?
I think the reason they think that is because they're so desperate they fuck any girl that walked up to them, so they think women just get to choose whoever they want. I fell into this rabbit hole at the end of high school. I feel so stupid looking back at myself. Dude, the people go through this phase. It's fine. It's like it's always easier to swim with the current than against it, okay? So there's a sense of comfort that comes from just finally stopping the paddling process and giving in to the wave of misogyny and patriarchal attitudes and, you know, the overall, I don't know, just fucking feeling of safety and security that comes from just saying, I'm at the whims of the system, okay? That's part of the reason why it's easier to fucking red pill people by just pointing to how society is and being like, this is not my completely ridiculous interpretation of how pre-existing constructs work. And instead, just a deeply hidden secret that I'm giving to you for free. Well, not for free. If you buy my, self-help guidebook, it'll help you. Hurt people, right? And these people are very clearly hurt. And I do think that they are, there are plenty of hurt people as well that are looking for some kind of guidance. So they kind of fall down this rabbit hole.
Is that what you meant? No, but okay, let's break this down for a second. Let's parse through Mr. Red Pill's trauma to see if we can pull anything out of value. If you've ever been in a relationship situation where you, like, in quotes, care.
It's on self-help book, just be a man on 300 pieces of paper. No, it's be normal. Just be normal is 300 pages.
Care more than the other person. So like you were feeling them more than they were feeling you, or you were putting forth effort that was not being reciprocated, right? Of course, that is a shitty experience, right? It's demeaning, especially if eventually that breakup does happen and you're like, oh, I saw it coming all along. So you blame yourself and yada, 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 yada. You could see how someone going through this might want to or have to develop an emotional barrier, to protect themselves from being hurt. Whatever. Now, understanding why someone might behave in this way is important, obviously. But that understanding doesn't excuse the manipulative behavior that's being suggested here by this guy. Actively choosing to not care more than the other person or to make sure that they care more than you, that's like a form of domination. Again, it places the safety of your own feelings over the consideration for their feelings, which in turn places the same constraints around your relationship that caused you to act this way in the first place. Having been through a one-sided situation does not grant you a license to put someone else through that same situation just because it hurt you. Relationships are mutual things. So like if at any point you're looking for ways so you can have something over somebody and use it against them potentially.
Do you have a girlfriend? Yes. I didn't want it to come out this way, but I'm dating your mom. We are in a wonderful relationship. In a while. That's right. I'm your stepdad. Call me that. You can call me dad. I am not the stepfather, but the father that stepped up.
Say like, I have power over you to leave and not be hurt. That's bad. That's bad. Welcome back to another episode of This Is Bad. Sorry. God, I'm sorry, you guys. I said I was just gonna goof around and my empathy keeps leaking out of me. Oops. Yes, dude, yes. Looking chucked, my guy. My dude. Just to preface this next one, if this video hasn't been cis-heteronormative enough for you, get ready. You're in for a treat, okay? This is quite possibly the straightest video on Earth, and I might be the straightest YouTuber on Earth. Doing this during Pride Month, it feels homophobic, okay? But I gotta live my truth, alright? Women, women.
When you're on a date, who should pay?
Here we go. This is a classic topic of debate in the straight people zone. Who should pay for the date? Ladies, fellas, NBs, who's bringing the wallet out? It's up there in the canon of hetero philosophical debates like gay son, thought daughter, and so on.
I know. I mean, that's what I told them. You know, I'm sorry.
But-
I say, I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the...
Firstly, I just want to point out that the answer to this question of who should pay on dates will vary considerably depending on the audience of people that you're asking. In this room full of these women, they mostly answered the man. If you were to ask a room full of people that I know that are women, the women in my life, the answer would probably be very different. If you were to ask a room full of...
The answer is always that those who own more capital. Okay, that's it. The bourgeois. That's who should pay for the dinner date.
me and my guy friends, the answer would be something like, what's a date? Probably.
Damn, son.
If you ask a crowd in Portland this question, they will all say in unison, no one should pay, because restaurants are a hierarchical bourgeois construction that dominates their workers. They should be abolished. Until then, just dine and dash. That's another dig at anarchists on this channel, but it's all fun and goofs. It's all gags and games. Okay, here, for left...
Let's go! Anti-anarchist arc from... No, oh, wow, dude. Look at that. Even fucking bread tubers are ripping into anarchists. I love that.
I'll do a tanky one. Here we go. Hey, tankies. Who should pay for the date? The Western hegemonic imperial powers. Oh. Okay, cool.
Not cool,
actually,
man. That's kind of fucked up, actually. They should pay. That's fucked up. Yeah. What are you, CIA, dude? Wow. Typical CIA behavior from Noah. I knew BreadTube was full of CIA operatives. Classic. Classic CIA operative talking point. Speaking out against tankies, Marxist-Leninists this way. Fucked up.
no objections to that. I'm down. And Vladimir Zelensky, specifically, for some reason. Oh, god damn it. Ukraine flagging by silence liberal.
But
Say, I'm dating. We're dating.
But here's the... okay.
How is this guy in a room full of ladies? What's happening there? That's what I don't understand. Normally, you see like fucking one of these like red pill guys. They're exclusively talking to like men.
He's supposed to pay.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I told him.
but you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
Whoa, okay, hold on there, buddy. That's a $20...
That music does not match the energy, dude. That was a fucking ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous fucking take for... He just straight up was like, no, like you fuck them. It's the same. Unconsensual sexual intercourse under coercive conditions is exactly the same as the expectation, the reinforced. The patriarchal expectation that a man is supposed to fucking pay for the food is reinforced through society in that specific dating instance. It has to be out of context, right? No.
Or diner tab, not a great thing to compare to the sexual agency of a human being. Buy me a drink, or else. It doesn't have the same kind of ring as have sex with me, or else, you know, I don't know. Being charitable, I think he's attempting to point out a contradiction in gender roles or in the problematic nature of gendered expectations. Yeah, let's go with that, okay? Like, if you're going to have a requirement for me as a man to do something because I'm a man, then how is that any...
But even then, it's like, when you're attacking gender norms is one thing, but like, ultimately, making a comparison of that sort is still ridiculous.
Different for me holding a requirement upon you for being a woman, regardless of what that requirement is. Again, the example is a bit lopsided when it comes to the sort of real world implications here, but you know, let's just see where he goes with this.
But you're supposed to have sex with him whenever he says.
No.
Where does this double standard come from? I'm sorry, it's the reality. You can moan at it all you want, but the moment you say to a guy, you have to fucking pay for my time, you're saying this relationship isn't equal. This relationship isn't equal. My time is worth more than yours, so you should pay for it.
The issue with this comparison here, I think, is that most of the time women aren't saying like you have to do this. You have to pay for my time. If they're even saying it, what they're saying is like, it would be nice if a man paid for the first date, because that is a nice thing, right? Yes, of course, there are gendered stereotypes attached to like men being the provider and having to like chivalry, pay for the meal every time, because that's what a man does. That's what a man does. And if they don't, you know, they're not a real man.
This guy also drives his Bugatti. Yeah. He's another Bugatti driver. A fucking Bugatti rider. I bet he doesn't drink sparkling water. I bet he doesn't drink still water and only drinks sparkling water.
They're worth less. It's less common now than it was in the past. Not that I have that much reference, but I just feel like it's not that common. That notion is definitely still there. It still affects society, and it's still very problematic. I don't like that. Just thinking back on the last few dates I've had, it's mostly been a we are both pulling our cards out at the same time kind of situation. And in those, I'm a big fan of like, oh, I'll pay this time, you get the next time. Unless the date is bad, then I just don't.
I always put the checks on first dates, probably why I'm single. I mean, dude, there were moments in my life when I didn't have a lot of money and I had a girlfriend that like constantly wanted to eat out, and I would just straight up tell her, like, listen, if you want to fucking eat out, you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have to fucking split the bill. I'm not dating this person anymore. You know what I mean? Splitting first date is proper, G. To be fair though, like, I don't know, maybe it's the Turkish in me. I usually always used to pay. No matter what. Still water is for beta. It's known, lol. Yeah. Used to. Yeah, when I went on dates.
Say anything and we split the check and go our separate ways. Fuck you, Sarah! But the expectation from women that the man is the one who's supposed to pay, as well as the feeling from men that they ought to pay whether they want to or not, these are both outgrowths from the same thing. Cover your ears again, red pillars, I'm sorry. It's the patriarchy. Stop! I didn't say it. Somebody hacked me. I got hacked by my little baby cousin. And this is why I have a problem with what he's saying and what he says at the end here, especially.
Here's my view. If you go on a date with a guy and you don't offer to pay your share.
He was saying he used to pay before being rich, chat. I mean, that's also true. Now I obviously fucking crazy. But I pay for all the homies too. It's one of my favorite things is to like, if I do end up going out with a bunch of my guy friends, with a bunch of people in general, it's awesome that I could just like pay for everything. It doesn't even fucking matter. And it makes people happy. It's a great thing. Great freedom that I have.
You weren't taught right.
By saying you weren't taught right to women who don't offer to pay, he's kind of individualizing the blame onto women and their parents for a socially constructed cultural phenomenon. I could just as easily say to any man that's ever paid for a date.
Except when you go out with Lowe, get that $300 sake. Oh yeah, fuck. Yeah, of course, dude. What do you mean? I remember when you went out with some friends and paid for dinner and people got mad at you for it. Yes, of course, well, that was in the fuck Hasan era, you know? People were in their fuck HasanAbi arc that went on for like a year or something. And it is like only recently stopped for the most part. That was where like that arc started. And then people got mad at me because I asked for a reimbursement from Ludwig. Is that arc over? For the most part, I think it is. Yeah, that was with Pokey and Valkyrie and shit. Yeah. We're out of the fuck Hasan era. It's not as bad. Do you guys think that we're still in that era? Shit used to be crazy. I used to fucking trend literally like twice a week. Suspiciously after I got off LSF that I stopped trending twice a week. I wonder how that works. And greatly improved my mental health as well. Yeah. Almost everyone I know hates you, lol. Brother, you're in a Twitch chat. I hate to break it to you, but you don't know that many people. Like, everyone you know is on the internet inside of like incredibly fucking insulated, incredibly insular you know, discords and shit. So true. It's fine. You'll be all right. All my IRL friends don't like you and absolutely won't watch one video. It's basically over. I remember when there was a drama once a week over petty shit. Yeah, it was really fucking bad. Like, yeah, if you're permanently a bit tainted on the internet now. It's true. That's what happens when you get fucking shit on, doo-dooed on for week after week after week for months on end, which took almost like an entire year. But most of the people the worst going to other chats and people are like Hasan. Yeah, of course. On Twitch, there's that attitude, but that doesn't matter. Twitch is tiny. Twitch is minuscule. There's a far broader reach outside of Twitch on the planet, where, you know, people don't have that kind of fucking attitude. For the most part, it's usually, in my experience, and I am of course biased because no one that fucking despises me is usually outdoors, but the people I meet in the real world are incredibly excited to see me and know me as like that politics guy. And never like, oh, you had a bad take on Ukraine, actually. And like, remember the one time you banned a trans chatter, which we didn't even know was trans at the time, but then like, I never actually saw any other clips. Like, those are, if you hate me, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're most likely not a fucking normie. Knowing me alone is probably taking you away from Norman status. My friends just really don't care about you. Exactly. Most normal people probably either know me as like, oh, that one fucking politics guy, or just don't know me at all. I can get Black Twitter back on your side if you wear the do-rag and get waves. Let me know if you want to move forward. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, they'll know me as like the TYT guy or the 9/11 guy or some shit like that. And that's pretty much it for the most part. There's no like, if you have like a really, really fucking strong opinion on me, one way or the other, you most likely spend a lot of time on the internet. You know what I mean?
Even though he didn't want to, but because he felt like he had to, that they weren't raised right. But that
I have
would be
a friend who's TikTok famous and he saw me wearing your merch. He said he didn't like you because his girlfriend is a fan. Yeah. How much you live rent free in Twitch chat?
Dead dog to a war zone and cried when it got destroyed.
Huh? Are you using this confession bot to throw?
What is this? The whole point of r/wars is to have pixel wars. He brought a picture of his dead dog to a war zone and cried when it got destroyed. What the fuck?
To throw shots? Like, hello?
Who's he talking about?
Oh,
he's talking about Hasan? Is this a Destiny viewer?
Oh my god.
Bro, that's so sad, dude. Bro off the Zaza. Oh my god, dude. See, this is a perfect example of exactly what I was talking about, dude. This is a perfect example of what I was talking about. Like, this is like an incredibly, incredibly insane thing. Like, that's crazy. Damn, bro. Please get help. Seek help, everybody. Holy fuck.
Yeah, this is confessions, not venting about what you're mad about. Guys.
Damn, dude. I think an old person that watches Fox News or right-wing media is more likely to know of you than the average teen in the U.S. No, you're not right about that. Bro, Bro, that's wild, dude. Look it up, brother. I swear to God, it's not healthy. That stream was pretty good. HasanAbi chatter confessions could be good content. How do we do it? Also, in this Nick stream, someone talked about money and chat brought you up. Your name is associated with rich to a lot of Twitch now. Lamau. Yeah, that's funny. Normie neolibs just think you're an aggressive sounding leftist. That's what I've gathered. Most Normans, like I said, most Normans fucking most likely know me as like the AOC guy or some shit. You know what I mean? There are numerous ways, but no one, and I mean no one, is going to have a really, really strong and really unique opinion. What is this?
What is more wild to me is how rent-free he is in so many chatters' heads. Yeah, I bet you some of the chatters at night go to bed and they close their eyes and they see Hasan, dude. They see Hasan sitting over them chewing gum and...
NP lol, a grifter is someone who pushes ideas they don't actually believe in for money. Hasan is genuine in his beliefs. Aw.
You know, talking right in their face and they're like, shut up, Hasan, stop talking. And then like, you can't stop him, you know, because he's in your head, rent-free.
Lord NMP, glad to have you back, my king, looking absolute.
Every time you talk about this stuff or look at hate comments on stream, you start the cycle again because weirdo fans like seeing you react to this stuff. Yeah, that's true. We should move on from this. That is actually super true. It is weird that this is like the kind of content that people want. Weeby, you are absolutely correct on this one. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it is weird. It is a weird phenomena. Also, Austin is about to be here soon.
Be fucked up because again, these are just two sides to the same coin, and you weren't raised right is just like the ultimate subjective statement of I don't like
streamer crossovers fuel stan Twitter. I know, but like streamer crossovers should be positive. And on stan Twitter, most of the fucking streamer crossovers are positive. It's like, oh, does Dream think George Not Found is hot or whatever the fuck? You know what I mean? That's like what stan Twitter normally operates as, right? Or I don't know if I said those names right. Whatever. I'm 30 years old. Give me a break. But oftentimes for this community in particular, it's always like, dude, look at what this person said. They had a negative view about you. Like, you should be mad at that guy so I can clip it and then send it to the other person. So then they can be mad at you and then come back to you and, you know, let's make drama out of this. Oh, look at me. I'm a puppet master. It's like very fucking weird and pathetic.
what you're doing, so your parents are bad parents or some shit. Thanks to the patriarchy, we're all raised wrong, okay? Sorry. We're all twisted and fucked up inside. Fuck. Your Tinder date's parents didn't invent the concept of gender roles just because she wasn't the first one to slap her Capital One card on Starbucks desk. Society, so deep. Wow, society's such a deep place. All right, everybody, that's enough of all this crap. Let me know what you thought of the video. Obviously, trying a little different approach. Some would call it, you know, empathy. Ooh, feeling about people's feelings.
Anyone that was still mad about the Gusano use, I tried to explain it, but they kept thinking about it negatively. There's no way. If anyone knows that, they're unsalvageable, brother. I mean, I don't know where you guys even meet other people. I don't know where you guys even meet other people that are like that painfully and pathetically online. It's crazy. You have to have met them online, right? Like, those people are never in the fucking real world. They're never out in the real world.